Alright, fucking torpedo him in third class speed. Eat a dick.
Second class, thank you very much.
Let me get in there.
Hello everyone and welcome to another Prophecy Cup match. We are into the final week here as teams are finishing up their seasons, getting everything put together as we get ready for a final playoff run here for a lot of these teams. So in tonight's match we will be having Outbreak taking on A2O Black, and it's a situation here where Outbreak trying to climb in the ranks, trying to get up to a number 1 or 2 seed to get that bye secure into the second round, the semis there, in A2O Black trying to secure a playoff position at all into 6th place. So real quick stream, everything going okay on that end? Cast volume. I can't. Super. I think they were good there. So, we are on the no longer on the Worlds patch, which you've been watching. Hopefully, a lot of the play-in matches. But we are in the one after it. Jana has been first selected here on the side of A2O. And as a result, Janna, I think, has gotten hot fixed since the last patch as well. So we'll see if she is still ridiculously overstrong. But and then they select Soraka. Seen a lot of Sorakas here. Ardent Sensor is still really strong. Healing supports, shielding supports still stronger right now in the bottom lane, unless you're going to go for something with really hard engaging tankiness. Kind of depends on how your top laner wants to play it, if you need that tank. Relatively quick picks here on the side of white, or black. I'm going to get that mixed up. It's black today. White is playing tomorrow. Doing white's game tomorrow, black game today. So, black today in Outbreak. The Ornn has been banned. That seems some prevalence. Interesting, Azir banned when we kind of look here. That's a Draven. 2 Beast, 4 Name is going to be playing some Draven AD carry. Unless it's a proxy pick. I don't believe it is. I believe we're going to have a regular Draven play here. Should be pretty interesting.
No cure for fools.
And there's Yasuo banned. It's the final picks. I want to kind of see how these teams play it out after seeing what other teams have done in different metas. There's the Xerath ban. Try looking at the stats here for the different teams. A2O Black has played the least amount of games, so they have the most games to make up here in the final week or so. That being said, they have the games finished usually at the fastest amount of time, but they do have a bunch of losses in there. So could be that other teams are stomping on them, or they play really risky play styles and they get snowballed upon because they don't get the lead. What they do, they usually go pretty fast. Let's see here. Usually about half a kill a minute. Not too fast. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe they just less mobility. As Sejuani actually made it through the first round and second round of bans and first round picks. Sejuani pick on stage right now is like the top tier jungler. Is the CC that she can bring, and it looks like maybe a jungle Evelyn coming out on the side of A2O. Should be an interesting pick. We'll see how Evelyn does. Usually can be a solo queue stomper, maybe because most people don't play around the vision necessary or the teamwork to get around Evelyn's invisibility, camouflage, and how can she impact games. But like snowbally. So we have 2 very snowbally champions that in the Draven and the Evelyn, that if they don't snowball hard enough, they're going to crash and burn. The response to the Ahri is going to be Cassiopeia. So a more standard team comp for Outbreak, which we've seen at the highest level currently. And a bunch of new stuff on the side of A2O with the Evelyn and the Draven. See, what lane does Evelyn know? I've seen Evelyn do a lot of stuff. I think there's not a good CC down in bottom lane, but if she can get an early kill on Draven who can back and maybe get like even an early pickaxe to just like maybe boots on the side of Caitlyn or something along that line, just to get Draven snowballing relatively quickly, and they can use their snowballs together, is probably their best expectation. Otherwise, you can, if you land a nice charm on the side of Ahri onto the Cassiopeia to set up the Evelyn gank, you can try and go up top and gank the Gnar, see how much CC the Maokai is going to have enough CC for you, but early on, I'm not sure Evelyn's going to have enough of the damage to take out Gnar. But coming in from the backside or the invisibility. Evelyn's just sneakiness. The sneakiness from Evelyn should be how they should aspect this, and we'll pretty much know by the I'm going to say 15 to 20 minute mark if A2O has a really. Sorry about that. Had the sneeze there. If A2O is going to have a good chance of just running away with this game, or if they're going to be behind the 8 ball and going to have to try and team fight it out. Their comp does not do team fights well. The Maokai's better in the team fights than the Gnar because the Gnar is in true unreliability to be in mega form versus mini form, but the Sejuani, better team fighter than Evelyn. Cassiopeia versus Ari, kind of a wash. I'm going to give slight advantage to Cassiopeia with her just all the damage that she can pump out. Caitlyn's going to be a better team fighter than Draven, and Soraka Janna is once again slightly bit of a wash. You have more healing from Soraka, but more disruption from the Janna. With that, so you're looking at that aspect, they have to, A2 Black here has to snowball and really push these advantages that they do have in the laning phase. Draven can bully Caitlyn, get some, maybe get an early crit on. Evelyn's ability to not be tracked properly through the jungle, unlike Sejuani, who first clear is not the fastest, maybe have an opportunity to get off an early gank before Sejuani can really get one of these lanes rolling. Outbreak, though, should be able to just stay in lanes and keep a really strong presence felt. And I guess the longer laning phase goes, is going to be more in favor of them until a couple of towers start going down, and then it depends on how the towers are going down. If they go down in the favor of A2O Black, then Evelyn's going to have more room and more mobility to get around and sneak angles and use the Fog of War to her advantage and the camouflage. They go down on the side of Outbreak, they're going to be able to get better vision down and track that Evelyn through the jungle, making her basically relatively useless. And we should be jumping in here in just a second.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. "30 seconds until minions spawn." Minions have spawned.
There you go. I was talking to no one. My bad, everyone. It was very great commentary. I just want to let everyone know that it was some of the best work I've ever done. But as you can see, other than tracking the junglers around the map, hasn't been too exciting of a match so far. As Evelyn has been trying to see what Sejuani has taken, and Sejuani has done an excellent job of finding out what Evelyn has taken. And both junglers probably look to go maybe at this mid lane. Evelyn though probably wants to try and get this this Gnar, who's been pushed up pretty much the whole game. And see what she can do. Here comes the invisibility. Right as Gnar is probably going to go out of Mega form here, so use the jump already, and that's going to be a first death on the side of Evelyn. Excellent gank here as the Gnar had been pushing up the entire game, and after Sejuani found that Evelyn had nothing in the bottom half of the jungle, probably should not have pushed up as far as he did there, obviously resulted in his death. Excellent reprieve for the Maokai, who gets an assist on that, gets to be able to back, picks up the ninja tab. I should be able to sustain, take less damage in this lane against the Gnar, who's been really controlling it. Just down in CS, but less than 10, so doing fairly well on that. The Ahri Cassiopeia matchup has pretty much been Cassiopeia winning slightly in the health realm, but definitely losing in the mana realm, as she had basically burned most of her mana in some early trades. Bot lane has been even. Not a whole lot going on with those bot laners. Once again, most of the action has been between the junglers here and the top laners. Mostly talking about how the tracking of Evelyn is necessary for Outbreak to not make sure that snowball doesn't get going. And Sejuani has been doing a fairly decent job of that. Taking the scuttle crabs, doesn't really see her, but prevents her from taking them. And hitting those blast plants and dropping some wards, as we see these second buffs are going to start spawning up here momentarily. This Draven, channeling pretty strong here, laying down lots of damage, but the problem is you're laying it in onto this Caitlyn, who is just farming up by herself, and Soraka has just been staying super far back in lane, and just sort of putting heals down in onto Caitlyn whenever needed, as the mid laners once again go for some trades. Better trade at that time on the side of Ahri, whose flash is down, so I'm not sure what she flashed. We must have missed out on that opportunity earlier in the game. Evelyn does have a slight better start. We see a gank here in the mid lane of the Sejuani onto the Ahri, who's just going to use her ult and Q to get out of dodge. Probably going to have to back here. Did use the cleanse, so no cleanse on the side of Ahri, as here comes Sejuani, runs right into Evelyn. We'll see if Evelyn has enough mana to continue this. Nice stun comes out on top, and there is the flash in by the Cassiopeia. Is going to take down Evelyn with that going down. It looks like Cassiopeia with the red buff now going to prevent either Evelyn or the Ahri from getting this blue buff. Is really important here. Maybe Maokai going to come over and try and fight it. Not a lot of health left on the Sejuani. Gnar is not going to fall down. She's going to try and continue the lane dominance that he has going on right now top. Maokai prevented the... You're going to go into and engage right as Gnar's going to go in the Mega form. That's not a good idea. Excellent training going on there, but Evelyn's just going to go straight for a lane gank here on the Cassiopeia. Returns the favor, gets the kill, takes back her red buff. Now going to head over to... go over the blue, take that, and get it speed up. We'll see if Evelyn goes back to top lane. Gnar has not really learned lesson. Push super far up. Obviously, if you kill the Evelyn, it's really easy to push up in that regards. Evelyn probably going for another lane gank here. No ult. Oh, Evelyn's going to go in, jumps on Gnar, does not jump on anything, so does not get the bunny hop. Evelyn tries to run it out, got too close to the tower. And with Evelyn showing top, deep wards on the by Sejuani here, and here, means that she's going to have a chance to go over to this red buff. Janna, because of the pushing of Draven, goes to hit the blast cone and vision cone, and that's gone. So there's the silence field and the ult coming up from Sejuani. Almost takes down. But there's the flash coming out from Caitlyn to try and get around the Maokai exhaust, and there's the Soraka heal. So much. Janna, what are you doing? Dr. Taco pushing them away. I don't think anyone was in real danger of dying there. Yeah, it's just check the replay on the second monitor there, which is basically the stream because it's 30 seconds behind. And yeah, Dr. Taco got a little hyped up there with the ult not needed, as we see the Sejuani come in for a walk by gank. There's a pink ward there, Brian. It sees you, and you just knew that. Oh no, you're gonna run straight in. You have no flash. And that's just a dead Evelyn. That one taken down by Caitlyn. And with the kill there on the jungler, that's a free Infernal Drake. And that's really good for Outbreak. Very bad for A2 Black. Now Maokai used the teleport to get down to this that bot lane to try and pick up a kill when that went bad. And as a result, Gnar's pretty much been just hanging out up here. I mean, we're at, what, a 40 CS lead here at 12 minutes. It's pretty good. Counterparts, though, Evelyn up in CS, Ahri up in CS, Draven down just a little bit. That one CS on Soraka, super strong. In regards. And that right there is an excellent buy, in my opinion, on the Draven. Executioner's calling in the Soraka lane. If they're going to try and keep these lanes out for an extended period of time, you want to try and reduce as much healing as possible. It seems kind of weird to pick it up this early in the match, but Cassiopeia has healing. The Soraka adds a lot of healing. You know, Caitlyn with the normal Doran's blade is going to get some healing. Gnar, if you run into not necessarily a ton of healing on him or the Sejuani, but just the tankiness and the reduction of heals that the Soraka gives is super important. And while may hurt him in the lane here just for a little bit, it should hopefully help him overall if they do get into longer trades or longer extents because of that extended healing. Like, here comes the Elva here with the ult, and there's stacks on the side of Draven. Double kill for the Draven, so here's that snowball action we were looking for A2O Black. We'll see if they can turn this into first tower. Excellent double kill onto the Draven. He cashed in some stacks. Let's check his gold now. He is now 1,000 gold over the Caitlyn, who had the same CS right before that double kill. But now it's Draven and Janna versus wrong top laner, Gnar. Who are we going to have? Nope, they're backing off. That means Gnar is going to have the full advantage here. Let's see if he takes the first tower or if he's going to leave it up to just let the minion wave crash. I don't think he's going to have enough damage to take it out. Evelyn up here helping prevent the damage as the Qs coming out from Gnar, pushing the minion waves, trying to get it to crash in hard. So, what's Draven gonna buy? Level 2 boots. And a Vamp Scepter. Looks like we'll be seeing maybe Bloodthirster first on Draven. I've seen Dravens do a whole lot of Death's Dance, Bloodthirster, Crit. Depends on the Draven and the play style here, as Maokai went for the Nami Cinder. In a matchup that's so auto-attack reliant in the Gnar, probably would like to see him go for that the new Thornmail piece here. Here the drawing a blank. You all know what I'm talking about, that Thornmail item, though. As Evelyn's going to flash right in onto the Cassiopeia. With Cassiopeia going down, sadly, Gnar and Sejuani are going to get first tower there, but quick trade in the mid lane for Black here, which is really good. Getting the mid lane tower down. I know Maokai is having a rough go up here against the Gnar. As long as he can just stop the bleeding slightly, Ari and Evelyn, they're continuing this push here. Missed ult on the Sejuani here. Draven and Caitlyn able to, or Draven against the Caitlyn able to push in and take out that tier 1. Evelyn seems she's moving around. Ari, you're in danger. Lots of danger here. Yeah, you're dead. Burns the cleanse, but walks right into Gnar. Not good. Draven's going to be able to back here, and let's just quick. That is now 2-1 in towers, but Red Dragon, Fire Dragon on the side of Outbreak, and they do have Gnar right now, who's getting pushed even further ahead. See, Gnar's going to have to get in a nice solid split push before engaging these team fights. Caitlyn needs to get to another item here before she can really get even close to fully online. Pushing in, Gnar's going to go in for the engage. Let's see if he can try and continue this damage in onto the Maokai. Maybe finish on the Maokai before it goes in. But here comes the Evelyn behind the back here as Maokai's going to run into the bush where his little saplings are. But there's Mini Gnar form getting hyper. Going to maybe look to re-engage with the Sejuani. No, that extra sap damage coming out on the saplings because of being in a bush. Too strong. Oh, you're dead. Well, Evelyn, there is a sneaky champion. Visibility. Hopefully you've all seen the new Evelyn rework that's going to be coming out as the next rework champion here. So nice to see a little bit of old Evelyn gameplay going on right now. 4-2-2. Brad Cranston's shown a pretty decent job here and trying to get the snowball going and everything. We'll see how much is going on, but that does open up for this Fire Drake. We will see. Both teams should be fighting for it. Evelyn's not in range for the Smite steal here. And with a second Fire Drake going over, that's really harmful for A2O Black, who, pretty much has control up by about 2K right now, up 3 kills. Draven's, starting to snowball. Evelyn's starting to snowball. Ari has, taken down that mid lane tower, got a little bit of control of this mid lane. The only one who's behind really at all is the Maokai. With the help of the teammates and the extra towers, is actually not even down 1,000 gold yet. So, really good position. Oh, Cassiopeia right into the Evelyn lane gank. Oh, and this is what I was saying before the match started. Depending on how the towers went, well, let's switch to the gank down in bot lane here as Sejuani's going to come in. Great ult into the Jan ult. Doc Chaco redeems himself on that one, tries to use himself as a body shield as, 2-4 Beast is going to try and run away and is not going to get too far as the 3-man do finish up, but Ari and Ari and Evelyn have pushed down this mid lane all the way to the inhibitor towers. So towers and kills right now are going in favor of A2O Black. With Black snowballing, Draven does go for that Death's Dance. Caitlyn now is going to probably have to switch to this mid lane to help it from going down any further. I was trying to touch on the fact that the early vision gained by taking down towers and then being able to use that into having Evelyn roam around was in favor of Black, especially if they got down those towers quickly, and they have done that. In mid lane, they've now got 2 towers. Bot lane, the double kill on Draven was able to help them push in and take that tower down. So with that advantage, Evelyn still has to continue this snowball here. Has done that so by picking up the Rift Herald right before Baron spawns. So we'll see where she wants to use the Rift Herald, and they're going to have to want to continue this momentum and separation and slight skirmishes, lane ganks, picking people off in this opportunity. Not get into 5v5 or like 4v5 team fights just quite yet until they're in a real point where their items are greatly further ahead than the enemy team. 2,000 gold is not quite enough where you want to be if you're snowballing as a team into getting that, because the CC and that damage output from Sejuani, Cassiopeia, and Sejuani is just too great, I think, right now for Outbreak, especially because of the dual fire drakes that they have. But this is what they want right here. The picks. Oh, you're dead, Caitlyn. Never mind. Predictions gone wrong. Seen right here. Prophecy Cup. Thought the Maokai was going to be able to make it over to help out before the that kill occurred. That's a great charm. Ari taking the Soraka all the way down to a quarter health. Gnar now is on the split push in the bot lane. How much time left? Ooh, ult there by the Ari. Tries to get in onto Soraka. She's going to have to back up here. Maokai's finally going to get that wave into tower. And here comes Janna and Draven. They're going to clear out the minions, save the tower. Looks like they're going to focus the top and the bottom half of the map now. Cassiopeia is going to be here in the mid lane. Evelyn going to take yet another blue buff. Most of this game has been centered around what has been Brian been doing and what has Outbreak done in return. Basically what they've done here is a couple of mechanical outplays have gone in their favor, and one Sejuani gank paid off, one didn't, and their ability to take dragons while Brian was elsewhere on the map. That's once again the Sejuani ult in onto the Ari, who has cleanse and uses it properly, and Maokai here probably going to get stunned up and going to drop for that as well. We'll see what Ari's going to be able to do. Flash in, and there's the Cassiopeia ult. Sejuani's going to finish that one off. Evelyn was down in mid lane the entire time, clearing out that wave. Draven and Janna were backing from bot lane after pushing out against the Gnar, so just no pressure as they 4v2 top lane. That's going to go in favor of Outbreak. Gnar is going to be able to take this bot lane tower, and he's probably going to keep on pushing, and there's no one here at this Baron. Are they going to try and push Baron from mid lane? As we're going to summon the Rift Herald here. That is a Baron, though, at under 23 minutes. Evelyn is going to probably take this tower. But that's it. That's all she's going to get, folks. Baron for mid lane. Oh, no. She tries to get the shield with her ult. We'll see. There's the Hyper coming out on the side of Gnar. Great job, Janna, with the tornado and the ult. Dr. Taco, wishing he had played this better in that first gank. We're really gonna give it to Evelyn? Okay, it's not. I know Evelyn needs the CC and slow from the red and the burn. Really helpful for her, but oh, that is third fire drake. 3 straight fire drakes. Outbreak is going to be fighting. We were going to have a team fight for this one, folks. They have Baron. They really don't care about Baron right now. They want this third fire drake. They are up in kills. They are up in gold right now. And that's a very fast dragon take. And that is number 3. A2O black. No chance. They didn't even really try and engage that with the 3 fire drakes now. That percentage is going to be absolutely ridiculous on that extra damage. That is an extra 24% of attack damage and ability power coming out on these champions. Because now they're going to start mowing down through some towers here. I mean, look at Caitlyn. She already has 400 AD. And all she has is an IE right now and a Doran's Blade. That is way too strong. And with the Baron empowered up minions here, they should be able to continue this push here and keep on pushing in and see what they want to do. Looks like Nar maybe looks to go in. They kind of have to be worried about the Evelyn flank, but I think their damage output right now is way too high. And with, yeah, especially with the Baron up minions. And the snowball that had started fair A2O Black did not turn into enough objectives to get their teammates enough gold for it to really matter. Poor positioning around the objective when Baron became available, especially when your teammates fall. I know Evelyn has a hard time getting into the Baron pit if she doesn't have flash up to try and steal it. And she's gone for the early, she did go for the Moby boots for that extra mobility to get around the map and try and take down as many champions as she could, and she was successful in some aspects, but not successful enough to set up her team for success. And now that we've reached this 25-minute mark here, this is the time frame that's 25 minutes. At the beginning of the game, we stated that A2O Black needed to have a lead at this point to continue snowballing, and they did to the 20-minute part, except for those dragons which stacked against them. And then in the last 5 to 6 minutes, it's really gone in the favor of the enemy team, and now they're just going to be rolling downhill from here. Nar's got his 2-item split push ready to go. Maokai's not been much help other than the ganks that were in onto that Nar earlier. No one can get into the backline onto Soraka to prevent her heals from coming out on the side of Black, other than the flanking Evelyn, who also has to try and get onto Cassiopeia and has to try and get onto Caitlyn. Cassiopeia does have a Banshee's Veil. Caitlyn's got 3 items. So much move speed, can be able to crit her way to victory here. But if you get caught out by the Sejuani, not going to be looking good. As Maokai actually is going to get burnt right up front here. Graven ult comes across. That's not going to help anyone. Gnar comes in for the teleport and flash. Going to miss the ult there as the W does come down and stun the Janna as the ult comes up. And down goes Ari, who's trying to get a flank in. And here's Sejuani ult as well. We're seeing comes in on the backside is the Evelyn. That's not going to happen. And now we have Cassiopeia flashing in onto the Janna. That is a red team ace. And I'm just going to put this much one up to... Gnar missed everything. Sejuani didn't lay it like ult on Draven after with no damage dealers there. Evelyn and Ari tried to flank not improperly, but flank coordination did not work out well. But they got 3 fire drakes. That all that excess amount of AP and AD right now is just absolutely crazy. Look at it's just nuts on how much they can be pumping out in the damage perspective from the Caitlyn, from the Cassiopeia. Even Sejuani with 3 fire drakes is going to be dealing a ton of damage in these skirmishes and fights. And A2O Black is not set up for 4v4 team fights. I mean, like we said, Gnar missed everything. Cassiopeia used the ult on someone running away for a slow, not for like any counter hard engage. The redemption didn't land on really anyone. Soraka ult went off, which was nice, but I mean that didn't finish. I mean that's the heal. It's just they didn't even team fight that well on the side of Outbreak for A2O to have much of a chance. They're gonna have to go back to a pick ability, and the separation you're gonna need to have Caitlyn by herself, not around Soraka, or maybe Cassiopeia by herself. Have maybe Ari and Evelyn are going to have to flank, collapse upon one of the carries, and get them taken out. Maybe even take out Soraka first and go see what you can do from there. Gnar doesn't have teleport or flash, but they're setting up for Baron here now, and there's not much they can do to fight back against it. They got to fight supers in mid lane. Draven's getting CS down in bot lane. Draven's going to have to back, like right now. Looks like Outbreak's going to be taking this one nice and slow. They probably could have pressured up and taken whatever they wanted, but they're going to get the Baron for free. Draven with the ult, all it's doing is delaying a few backs, but those are Baroning-powered recalls. Let's see on how much money they got to spend. Everyone's got about over 1,000, had about 1,000 gold to spend on the side of Outbreak. And they've pretty much dumped it all into some items as they head over to look at another dragon. They don't need that mountain. They can just run it down whatever land they want right now with those. And, jeez, Caitlyn with the mortal reminder already. Oof. She is 4-item Caitlyn at 30, or 5-item Caitlyn at 30 minutes. I mean, we are looking at a 8k gold lead on the side of Outbreak as Evelyn steals away red buff. They were down about 3k a little bit before 20 minutes. So in a 10-minute time frame, there is a 10,000k gold lead. And no more is that more apparent than look at the support item. Support has gone 2 completed items compared to 4 completed items on the side of Soraka versus the Janna here. She has no redemption, just the Ardent Sensor, which is really going to only help Draven right now here with the only auto attack base. It's just not going to be enough. I mean, we got 2 tank items on the side of Maokai compared to 3 completed items on the side of Gnar. I mean, Sejuani is up. Well, actually, Sejuani's not up an item. Somehow, Evelyn got a death cap. It's chat. So I'm not an Evelyn player. I'm pretty sure death cap's not common on Evelyn, is it? You can discuss it amongst yourselves. I'm going to go with no. I understand the Lichbane. Probably want like a Rylai's, right? Or is that too old? Am I thinking too old on that? I know she needs to be bringing out the damage, but maybe some pen? Magic pen? Maybe like a Leandries or something? As we just see Outbreak pretty much go around the horn here, take everything. Evelyn is going to be coming from the back flank. We'll see if we get into the final team fight. Here, there comes the Maokai ult, and it's going to get onto Sejuani, and there's a charm that misses. Evelyn looking... We're going to watch the Evelyn try and get in onto the AD carry as the heal is going to go off. Soraka ult comes out as long as all the ults dumped in to save the Caitlyn. And that's going to be the game, folks. Outbreak going to take this one pretty much dominating fashion as soon as we got past the 15-minute mark here. First 15 minutes way in favor of A2O Black and Bryan Cranston on that jungle. Evelyn getting the ganks off and getting things going on the side of Outbreak, though. Just a straight-out regular, like, team, I'm going to say across-the-board team play. They understood what their advantages were, what their disadvantages were, grouping up as a team, fighting as a team, and using those dragons to their advantage. Every time Evelyn did a gank, her ganks were good and timed and got kills, did set up to, kills and keep the Maokai from falling too far behind, getting kills in mid lane and getting towers, but she was not in the area of when dragons were spawning, and when you see the first fire drake go over across you, okay, kill and damage for Drake, that's fine. Kills again for a second fire drake, you're starting to push it, and then when third fire drake shows up and they don't even try and contest, they're not really set up to do it, that's where you have a particular issue, because that amount of fire drakes really set up for when they did get into the team fight and they were up about 1k gold as the team fight was starting to happen. They had slightly better item points, slightly. We're talking like a dagger over the opponent here. They didn't matter at all because the other team had 3 fire drakes, which is absolutely annihilated them. When you have a Sejuani fighting through Janna and Draven basically by herself while your teammates are killing the enemy flankers, Sejuani's taking out Draven, that's too much coming out on them. So that is game 1 for Outbreak. Really good team play. Probably take a check here in on the damages before we go into game 2. I like how people see the damages. that Caitlyn damage. Really strong, especially when it comes to... I mean, she just got the free auto in the back line, so... Does that just do total? I guess to do physical. Draven did fairly well keeping up in lane. The problem is just wasn't able to. Draven doesn't have a front line in this other than Maokai, who wasn't able to be there at the proper times when they needed him, and as a result, kind of got squished out. Healing done. Woo, that's Soraka healing. And we'll do vision. This is the final one here. Wards placed. Wards killed. Okay. And hopefully you all enjoyed Game 1 here. We'll be getting to Game 2 momentarily.
It lives below. Breathes the flames from the dying suns. And lifts awake the dying ones. The dying
And welcome back, everyone, to Game 2 between A2O Black and Outbreak. Outbreak won Game 1 after the Evelyn's early game ganking and getting the lanes ahead. Looked like the snowball had started with the team play and 3 fire drakes in a row for Outbreak. Made a pretty easy wrap up in about 30 to 33 minutes. So, we got some different bands in this game. Outbreak going with the Orn, and they don't want to see Evel again on the side of A2O Black. They're getting rid of Soraka, excuse me, and the Sejuani. So definitely those junglers are out of the mix here. Now, I know Azir got buffed. I'm not sure if he was ban-worthy, unless you just don't know how to play against Azir because you haven't seen one in about 5 years. So there's the Nocturne coming out. That was banned in Game 1 on the side of Outbreak against Bryan Cranston. So that must be one of his pocket picks or fan favorites for him to pull out. That, you know, vision denial with his ultimate can be one of the most powerful things that you can see coming out on the side of a jungle. But it looks like they'll be countering with the Tristana, Janna, and Zac. So Zac, super tanky, a little bit slowly gets started, just like the Sejuani coming out of the jungle, but almost the same amount of CC and disruption, but longer engage on the side of the jungle. Janna, with Soraka being banned, we're going to swatch over to that. You can be able to shield and disengage Nocturne when he tries to come in on your AD carry. Just shield, ult, kick that Nocturne out. And Lone Wind going to go for Syndra in this one. It's blind. Let's see if they ban something that doesn't want to play Syndra into, as he did play Ahri in the last matchup. Getting rid of the Xerath on the side of Orthulius, and they've been pretty much just locking in their champions straight down the line. So we'll see if Black does the same for the rest of their champions. What's
Draven out.
Not want to play against that Draven. So the Evelyn and Draven did set up for a nice double kill early on in the first game. That snowball Draven had and was able to have Draven get the first tower for themselves, but that Gnar control in top lane was really what did them in, and Gnar was able to get the first tower with the Sejuani, but Evelyn and Ahri countered with mid lane tower. So it was looking good, like I said, for Black, like the 15 to 20 minute mark, and then it just started to slowly turn. They had given up 2 fire drakes, and then it just really turned after a skirmish, another fire drake, and then another skirmish, and it was pretty much all she wrote after that. Blitzcrank picked up. So we'll see if they can kill the Janner, or we'll see how good Aurelian's soulmate is good at countering the buffering his jump here with the Blitzcrank hook. And Echo picked up for mid lane, and there's the Gnar versus Maokai matchup. Gnar pretty much dominated the top lane in this matchup early and often and repeatedly against the Maokai. Well, I mean, he did die a couple times, but those were too heavy pressure on the side of Evelynn, and Jhin coming out. So Black has gone for an entirely different champions, but still kind of the same team comp. They're not going for team fighting. They're not going for 5v5. They're going for hard like picks and vision denial, over the wall stuff with the Blitzcrank hook, long range. You can start with the Jhin ult into Nocturne ult. Syndra is going to be able to run up and do some disruption, kind of skirmishes type of stuff. And then you have the one tank frontliner of Maokai in the front line, trying to soak up as much damage as possible. Whereas Outbreak here looks like they're going to go also for a little bit more skirmishy than the last game. Last game they went for way more on the heavy team fight, the Cassiopeia and the Caitlyn and the Sedge. Now Zach's going to play somewhat the same role. Gnar is still the same there. Janna, basically your healy, shieldy support champion. That's the person who wants to get picked. The thing is, Blitzcrank's going to be able to pick someone, but if you don't pick and silence Echo right away or Tristana, they're going to be able to jump back, get back out. Zach's going to be able to kind of get out as well, or possibly get out, or just pop his ult. Then you're really messed up if you pull the Zach in. Janna going to go with the exhaust here, this one. Probably Ignite for the Blitzcrank. Looks like maybe Ignite for the Syndra as well. We'll see how Black wants to play this, comparing that they're looking for the same type of team comp that they pulled off in Game 1. They're going to be reliant on the jungle ganks and pressure to have winning lanes. I think Gnar beats Maokai. We saw that in Game 1. Zach's slower jungle clear and not being able to do his ganks till he hits level 4, 5, 6. Basically kind of like Sejuani is going to be kind of in the favor of Nocturne, but Nocturne's not as good as ganker as Evelynn is pre-6, because, running at someone and then applying a slow from red buff is basically what they can do. The potential of getting the picks with the Blitzcrank Jhin, relatively strong against Janna, but I think that the way Melody played last game, Soraka was like never on the screen almost. She was almost so far back. She was barely seeing an experience range of the creeps. How far back Soraka was playing against Caitlyn was basically 2v1ing against the Janna Draven. So maybe we'll see that type of play coming out from Melody again, which means you can't really get hooked by the Blitzcrank. And then Echo, Echo is one of those soft counters to the Syndra that a lot of the higher pros and ELOs like playing, because when Syndra ults you just ult and you go back and you heal whatever it is and you cancel her ult there. Can be able to get in onto Syndra, and once you get onto Syndra, she only does have the one pushback, and if she misses or she doesn't have a ball there in the way, it should be good to go. If you're on a Blitzcrank team, you should be doing a level 1 invade just to get vision. We'll see if Black will do the invade this time. I was expecting an invade from Outbreak against the Evelynn last game. It didn't happen, so obviously they felt secure in what they were doing, and Sejuani did a nice change of what you consider a normal clear pattern, or normal how the clear is set up. So hopefully we'll see maybe an adaptation to the jungle clears in this one. And apparently we now have 2 BA for black. Doop. We got maybe a pause coming in, loading in the screen here. Okay, so we got the teams running out onto the rift. Looks like in a fam form. So we got for Outbreak, you mad dude up top on the Gnar once again. Zwillius on the jungle, Zach. Aruthius on mid lane, Echo. Aurelian Soulmate on AD carry, Tristana. And support playing Melody. Playing Janna. Your name is Melody. You think you should play like Sona. Or Bard. Both of those would be acceptable supports to play. On the side of A2O Black, looks like we'll be having Maokai up top, played by level 90 Wizard. He wishes he was probably level 100 after last game. Brian Cranston on Nocturne Jungle. Lone Wind playing mid lane Syndra. 2 Beast 4 name on Jin 80 carry. And Dr. D1ecto Taco as support Blitzcrank. D1 Taco. Zach gonna be starting off. Basic starts here. And back to the automated cam. We'll see a nice teleport and Darksteel start for the Echo. Just shove, push back, come back to lane. Get going. There's the first hook of the game, and Dr. Taco is 1-0. Depending on how this game goes, we may be keeping track of that number. So everyone, try and remember we are 1 for 1 right now. We'll see how good I am at keeping track of it for the rest of it, as Echo with a nice early jump in onto that Syndra there, trying to lay down a lot of early game damage. Get her push back. You're the one with the teleport advantage in the lane, so push up, burn all your mana, go back to base, heal up, and come back to lane. Harder, faster, stronger. Hey, look. Gnar's pushing Maokai back in again. It's like we didn't see this all of last game. Jeez. And this is the 2 lane advantages we're really going to be pushing in favor on the side of Outbreak in top and in mid. They're just going to be pushing up. And there is 2 for 2 for Dr. Taco. Great jump on Tristana as Echo. Look how this damage putting out on the Syndra here early on. Pushed so far up. Both these lanes are setting up for Nocturne to come in and gank. There's a stun. And here comes Nocturne, but we'll see Echo's going to have Syndra flash. Flashes the Q. We'll see what he can do. Here comes Blitzcrank up from the bot lane. There's one word. We'll see where this Echo goes. We'll follow the Echo, ladies and gentlemen. Back into Syndra for first blood. Excellent play on the side of Echo. Gonna land into his base, and here comes... There's an missed one, but down goes Nocturne. This is looking terrible for Black as Taco's burnt everything to get here, and he just missed one. I'm not sure if he really wanted to do it anyway. I mean, hook him anyway, and with that, Echo is now 1-0-1. Zach able to easy counter gank there in the mid lane, and now Jin is kept from this juicy wave of CS all the way back here. He's not getting experience until his support comes back. Maybe push him off. Melody's just hanging out. I don't think I've seen someone like move like ever. Oh, there we got movement. No. Okay. There you go. Get the coin. Okay, so back to the action here. Gnar back under Maokai's tower, like it's his own tower. So Gnar needs to put like engrave his name on that tower because he's been there so often. So just use his little boomerang, carve his initials under Maokai's tower. So we see the bot lane trading going in favor so far of Tristana in the 2v2. See what this Echo can do in the mid lane now. It has burnt flash. Oh, that damage. Poor Syndra got boots, but no, hasn't gone for any real sustain. Didn't go. Looks like Echo went straight into Hex Drinker. Not Hex Drinker, Hex Revolver. Interesting, didn't go for the extra prim. A nice Zac engage here. Slams them together and knocked up by the Janna Tornado. Jin was playing Bouncy Castle. Tristana's going to jump in, pick up the one kill. Going to be able to jump out as Dr. Taco does pick a hook on the Janna. So there is yet another hook for the Blitzcrank here as we have Gnar. He's jumping in on this match. And there, oh no, that's not looking good. Up top, there's another hook by Taco. Excellent on the journey. We have Bloblets coming out. Nocturne's going to focus in them on there. Tristana's trying to run from his life. Teleport coming out on Gnar, saving the Zac's life. Flash in and punch by Blitzcrank. That's not going to be enough as Zac comes out of Bloblet form, slams together at like pancakes in his hands, and Gnar teleport picks the kill. And this is going very bad for Black. Excellent play on the side of Outbreak. Every lane is crushing right now, winning across the board, and it literally looks like they're just picking up right where they left off in game 1. They were so close too. If they would have just focused the Tristana and let the Bloblets go, knowing that Gnar could teleport down and save Zac's life, would have been great. We're trying to be even here. Dr. Taco played that fairly well. He did pick up 2 more hooks, so he's something like 4 for 5 or 5 for 6 right now on the hooks. They did get a kill on the Janna, but it did go over to Blitzcrank instead of the Jin, who started Doran's ring, so going for that mana regen every time he kills items, and that's Syndra down to a quarter health and quarter mana versus an Echo at 3/4 health and 3/4 mana, who hasn't used teleport yet. Gnar and Zac are going to be doing the pain train down on the Maokai, who has to blow the ult. Just to try and do a disengage. Nocturne is not 6 yet. Zac is. Maokai is, or not Maokai, sorry, Gnar is 7. Let's see if they want to fully engage on this when he goes into mini form. They're just going to try and force down the tower. Sorry about the cough there, ladies and gents. As Gnar is just going to be focusing in on the tower and the tree. There's a ward for the red blob man to clean up here as Nocturne just hit 6. Zac blast cones away, so we'll see what they want to do. Nice pink ward here on the side of Outbreak, trying to get some vision of the Nocturne when he comes out of position to maybe get a gank in the mid lane. But we're going to roll it all down to the Syndra in the trying to get some deep vision in the blast cone. She's not going to make it there, and flashes over the wall, but flashing Echo follows Tristana. He's going to clear out the ward. Syndra's having a really rough game, ladies and gentlemen. And now Echo's going to clear. Oh, jeez. Looks like we had a tower dive up in top lane while I was watching Echo clear a ward, because that's what the director camera wanted to watch, because ward deaths are just as important as top lane tower dives. Blitzcrank runs in. Is he going to go for the knockup? He does with the punch. Does he throw the hook? No, he doesn't. He doesn't want to ruin that nice hook, hit to hook, hit ratio on his hook. So, we're looking at Black here. They're way behind, almost, 2.5k down. What can they do to start pulling it back. Nocturne has to get off an excellent gank. Probably it's going to have to be in the bot lane. Gnar is too far ahead, up 30 CS before 10 minutes. No real CC can come out of Maokai to really help that, even though the same level, because that is suspect right now. But Zach knows that, so he's looking down in this area here. Blitzcrank. There's the Janna shield. Gonna go in. Misses the Q. And here comes Gnar, trying to get in onto the tree man up top. There is a nice ward by Syndra as she went down. Blitzcrank comes in here, gets knocked back by the ult there, and there's Gnar going in. We're going to go back to bot lane, and there's another hook, and the Nocturne ult, but Janna, great push off. Here comes the Jhin curtain call coming out, and that's an excellent job as we see back to mid lane. Syndra almost takes down the Echo. Echo goes down with the Ignite. Nice job on Syndra with that counter kill. We'll see if Zach wants to do anything in this bot lane here. So 2 kills coming out on the side of A2O Black. Excellent job trying to turn this game around. They've reduced that 3K deficit down to 1.5 right now as we go back to the top laners as Maokai's trying to fend off from someone Gnar. Why do I keep the little Yordle, and this is still first brick? We're just still gonna. He's not gonna be able to get it this round. Gnar's got no minions, but Maokai, he's gonna have to go back to base. Sapling, fan that champion skin. Tristana, early red buff take. And Gnar with the first tower of the match. Oops. And trying to stay out of sight of this Gnar Nocturne, just trying to like maybe catch up with experience, trying to get as much as he can. Echo, we'll see if he wants to push in on the Syndra, who now at this point has the Lost Chapter and some levels, so is going to be able to wave clear a lot better than she used to be at those early levels, so has been able to stop basically the Echo from really hard pushing into her, or at least defending, but cannot hard prevent the Zac jump and the ults. Ooh, nice E prevents the Q slam together as she's going to be able to disengage this one fairly well. Echo, though, is going to be able to get some tower shots in, and here comes the Taco! Police officer Dr. Taco does nothing. Oh, there's another hook, ladies and gentlemen. Someone give Dr. Taco an NBA jersey because he's Hook City today. A nice ult on the side of Nocturne sends Zac into the Bloblets. Teleport not coming out onto the Zac Bloblets. Gnar is going to teleport to the pink ward instead, but Echo's going to engage in here, going to pick up the kill on Nocturne, and here comes the Maokai counter engage, and great disengage onto the Nocturne before he goes into the Mega Form. Janna ult not in time. Tristana's going to jump in and not going to be able to finish one off, and it looks like this is A2O, and let's see one more crit. Nice job on the side of Jhin. Not enough, though, to take out Tristana as the fight goes in favor of A2O Black because they were losing and they traded 2 for 2, or I guess 2 for 1. Okay, so they didn't really lose. They did kill Gnar. Oh, they killed Zac before it started. They're going to take Dragon. This is what really set them behind in the first game, was unable to secure any dragons. I mean, there were 3 Fire Drakes right in a row in game 1, which absolutely set them so far behind that they couldn't really do any team fights. But that skirmish did go in favor. Jhin now has an IE compared to Tristana's just BF Sword and Static Shiv. I wonder if I could get a little sapling fanning me here in this solo cast. It's getting a little warm behind the desk here. Dr. Taco has gone for some mobility boots, while Janna doesn't have completed anything yet. As we do look at the first couple items coming through, Echo has gone for the jump at you item. Hextech Protobelt. There we go. Maokai, once again, gone for the Nami Cinder. Really probably should look at going for the Thornmail first item. Now, Gnar is really auto-attack reliant in the Mega form. Oh no, that ult. Not able to get into a wall. Barely able to survive. Misses the Q. We'll see if Gnar wants to continue this, but here comes Nocturne right as Gnar gets out of Mega. Tries to get Hyper and Mini, but nope. There is the fear coming out. Nice job, teamwork, as Gnar pushed up too far, but we're going to a bot lane dive here as Echo's looking to get in onto Jin with the Proto Belt and the Q and the E. So you're going to finish it off. Nope, going to have to ult back to tower as looks like Dr. Taco was stuck by himself trying to defend as Jin ran away. Nice body blocking on the side of that support, allowing his AD carry to escape. But now with the wards being set up and the minions crashing here in just a moment, this is going to be a tower in the favor of Outcast. Not Outcast, Outbreak. Outcome. Outback. Steakhouse. What'd you guys have for dinner? Anyone have anything good? Or is that a basic cheeseburger and a baked potato? Pretty decent. Well, let's see. Well, Zach's going to look to engage here, but there's a sapling right on his head. Here, Taco! Airball. Not even close. That's the second miss for Dr. Taco of the game here. So, 1 every 8 minutes. Or like maybe like, he's like hitting 80% right now. Solid B. The gold has basically been stuck between this 1.5 to 3k gold lead for the side of Outbreak, with their tower takes and slightly gold lead. But the CS for Jin and Nocturne and Syndra are what's really kind of keeping them up right now, although the CS on the side of Gnar is really getting to the almost breaking point here. We're at that 50 CS mark once again, and Nars is going to go right in onto this Maokai. But Jin is up here. Let's see if we can get some crits down onto the prehistoric Yordle and finish him off before he can escape. Down you go into a beautiful flower as we got more fighting going on between Blitzcrank and the Blast Cone. Janna running solo duty here in mid lane. Going to try to get some CS under tower. There you go. Nice job, Melody. Most action Melody has seen all match, mainly because we've seen her do pretty much nothing here as a lone win is pulled in by Zach, flashing the hook from the Blitzcrank, so that's not a miss. That is a outplay. And we now looks like we'll be getting into some ARAMs here. Outbreak here, I don't know the way they just played from game 1. They're playing over reckless. This Nar's been pushed up way too far too often in these matches. Echo's now gone to go down into a nice 1-3-1 split push here. See if she can take some damage off there. Tristan's going to be able to sit mid lane and just clear out the minions here relatively with ease. No one has really put any focus in on the Rift Herald this match. Evelyn was able to take it in the last one by giving up a Fire Drake. No Fire Drakes in this one, as the first one was an ocean. This one's going to be a mountain. So no super advantage going over for Black so far. But extra little bit of sustain from the Ocean Drake is going to help them in these long lanes that are going to be sustained. But they do not have any real damage in on any of these towers now, do they? Not really. Nope, no real damage. While damage being dealt to their tier 2s here on the side of Echo and Gnar. We're going to probably have to try and do something in this group of 4. Look to have one of these side lanes be picked off on the side of the Nocturne and use that as to their advantage. And then focus from there. Take off one of the side laners with the vision denial and the damage output. And like we see, right as we called it, that's gone down. So now that Nocturne and Syndra have taken down Echo, they can either push down bot lane to focus that, or they can rotate towards mid here to help protect this tower. Blitzcrank with the hook in onto Zach, into the hook, and miss W there. So there's another hook for Dr. Taco. Let's see if they want to continue this. Push in, not in range of the stun on the side of Syndra, and Maokai is just going to clean up top. They'll relieve that pressure for a little bit. maybe it's enough time to relieve pressure for them to pick up a dragon. Janna is backing here, so they can either take the dragon or go for maybe some mid lane damage. Zach's going to, as soon as they see Zach go over onto those, yep, there they go. Dragon started right away. Let's see some crits coming in the side of Jin. Blitzcrank taking up the damage here, doing an excellent job of getting, spit at by whatever the Mountain Drake fires out. Nice secure on the side of Bryan Cranston, and let's see what they can turn this into. Nar's going back on the hard split push up top as Dr. Taco's going to run right into Blitzcrank right into Zach. Syndra with the stun over the wall onto the Tristana. Here comes the Jin ult over the wall, but Echo's going to proto-belt in and try and get onto Jin, canceling that ult. Nocturne on the side here. Looking at the Scuttle Crab. Is it going to be able to take that out? But up top, Gnar versus Maokai. Still going in Gnar favor. Here comes the Taco. Oh! Between the Tristana jump, Janna tornado, and just not aiming it in the right direction, that's a miss. And Tristana going off with a nice little Yordle chant here. Does she want to continue pushing this lane? We are 9-9 the kills, but we're still sitting about that 2K gold mark. And here comes the Nocturnal, pulls right in onto, but nice job of disengaged by the Janna. So hard to engage onto the AD carry with the Janna right there. Blows the tornado, the ult, shield. Tristana has a jump. You're going to have to try and do a little bit better job of setting that up if they want to try and do that again. It's good in theory, but not super strong in practice. It's less reliable because of that hard disengage. A lot more reliable engage of nothing, I guess, because Syndra just going to knock you back, just like the Janna did. Nice wave clear, but Tristana, so much damage. Missed Blitzcrank Cook, but here comes Echo, going to dive in deep. Tower dives with the help of his AD carry, taking up some tower shots there. And with that mid laner going down, Jin's going to have to come over and try and protect this mid lane. That means they can 3v3 to mid. Echo can roam up top here, help the Gnar with this Maokai, or to look to go over and do another tower dive here as Blitzcrank is going to get stunned up. Jin is running from the Blob Man. Tristana is more worried about the tower, and Jin with the heal gets proto-belted onto, though. We'll see if Echo can chase him. Zach can over the wall with the knock-up because of the jump. Finish that one off. Gnar finishes that tower up in top lane. I think I said that already, but I just want to make sure everyone caught it. Tristana did not continue the push in mid lane, though, because this is a nice, juicy wave here. About 2 minion waves here on this bot lane tower with Tristana and Echo, who does have the thing of it. Oh! No Janna shield, actually no mana for anything on that one. Excellent job on Nocturne coming in on this one. Echo is going to take down the Blitzcrank, but Blitzcrank with the help of the tower takes down the Echo in return after that ult. Excellent defense by A2O Black here, preventing this tier 2 from going down. Outbreak just tried to push a little bit too far. They had a good setup. They just didn't respect that Nocturne ult and not having the disengage from Janna that is required. Nocturne's going full damage here. So you have to be able to disengage. And if you can't disengage from the Nocturne, you shouldn't be in a position where he can get to you. Jeez. Look at those gold lines. Maokai is 2.5k down from Gnar right now. A lot of that, I mean, there is 1, 2, 3, 4 towers gone on the side of A2O Black, and they have taken absolutely 0. That's also a 75 CS difference. That's going to be a lot. That's pretty much where most of the team gold differential is coming through. But also the mid laner is way in favor of the Echo at the moment, whereas only Tristana is only up by 1,000. Janna's up by 500, but Nocturne right now is up. Nice disengage onto the Zac there by the Syndra with the E knockback. So let's go back to the items so you can see what you're looking at. And now we're 5-man in mid lane. I wanted to see Outbreak maybe go back to that 1-3-1. Just put Gnar in a side lane. No one's been able to fight him or do anything against him so far this match. I know you want him there for your team play in that aspect, but when you're going up against stronger teams at the top of the ladder here and going into playoffs, Outbreak's going to have to use this playstyle, and if they're in this position to succeed in the future, they're going to want to try and keep Gnar crushing in the side lanes, keep Echo in the other side lanes, just keeping it pushed up. That allows Tristana just time to push forward. Starve them out in 3 lanes. Don't let Nocturne, who's now at 170 CS, get to a position where he can start to carry. I know you can really engage here, but that tower is going to go down anyway. Why not also take down multiple other towers as well? It looks like we're just going to have an engage under tower, as A2O Black was not set up for this at all. We're going to go big screen here to watch the Jhin shots come down the line. Here comes the Maokai ult. That lands on the no one. Nocturne ult's going to come on through, and the lands in. And nice Gnar ult, and Jhin are going to counter that engage from the Nocturne. Zach's going to take that one down, and we'll now have the giant prehistoric Yordle up front, but he's going to go in the mini form as people are going to be dropping here pretty quickly, and down goes the Gnar. Tristana trying to get some more auto attacks in, and Jhin, maybe 2 more crits can take someone out. Yes, down goes Echo. Maokai's going to keep on chasing, get them pushed out of their base, and once again, Outbreak, just like last game, it's whoever it seemed to get the kills and stuff, maybe even a little bit of objective, weren't set up to maybe take on Dragon. We'll see what they want to do here. Blitzcrank is the first one back up as we will go back to normal screen here. Nocturne is up. There's no way of getting here just quite yet. It is another Mountain Drake, which doesn't really help you unless you're hitting towers or objectives. But we have a teleport in from Gnar, who's going to be in mid-form. Flash out, and there's the Q pushing off the slow. But here comes Nocturne. We're going to go back to the 5v5 team fight. Let's see it happen again. Echo's going to come in on the backside actually and try and take out the Nocturne before it happens, and Echo's going to be taken out. But here on the front side now, Tristana's going to jump over the wall, trying to get onto Jhin, who's just running for his life. Excellent job of trying to escape, and not enough. Blitzcrank's going to land, and there comes Nocturne over the wall, but goes down. I think got stopped by the wall there as a thing, and now Zach with the pull over the wall. Syndra trying to lay as much down from the background, but I don't think she has anything left in her combo. It's now up to the tank to try and disengage. This team fight allows to come back in, and now Gnar, well, you got, Black Cleaver and Frozen Mallet. You're chasing down anything that tries to move. Excellent job on the side of Outbreak for the counter team fight after they had purchased items. Whew. Back-to-back team fights. Jhin was in a really good spot most of that team fight, but just got too caught up in the chaos and the mayhem. And once Jhin gets down, it's a lot of burst damage in these kind of skirmishes on the side of Black here with the Syndra and the Jhin. It's not like that steady, repeated auto attack damage coming out on the Tristana. So when you look at it from that perspective, as long as you survive that first burst combo that they have, they take a few seconds to reset, and if you can re-engage and take one or both of them out, that's what you're going to have to do here, as we're going to go probably back to another team fight here, as Blitzcrank going to fire off the hook, and that's going to miss because we're going to go big mode here. Teleport's coming in too late as Zach's going to secure the Baron, and Blitzcrank has blast cone his way into the pit, and is no one going to take him out? No? Anybody? Anybody? No? Okay. Outbreak just going to back with their Baron secured. They didn't want to take that team fight. We'll see if A2O Black can get their first tower of the game. There you go. Excellent tower take. Only 20, just under 29 minutes. There's some mastery symbol flashes. They're feeling confident. They got some energy still left in them. Let's see if they take this energy to the next team fight and put on a stellar defense so we can have a continuation of a good match going on. Looks like Outbreak is going to go for the 4-1 push here with that long engage from Blitzcrank. And nice hook dodge. Did get some help on the side of the boards over the wall here. Echo going to go in, get the stun off with the shield. And we'll see Zach comes over the wall. Knocker going to maybe try and do some counter engage. Did get spotted with a scrying blue trinket there. Nocturne is shown in bot lane, trying to make sure that doesn't get pushed in. This is the tower. This is probably going to have to be dropped here. There's the hook. Gets a minion, but that means you're open for Zac. Engage. Silence comes out on the side of Blitzcrank. Jin trying to do less damage. Here comes Nocturne into the background. Going to follow. And Janna actually going to prevent that damage. So we see team fight gets separated so far. Nocturne's down there, and there's the redemption on the front line here. We'll see if Zac wants to go in for a re-engage away from minions. Between the Tristana jump and then, Janna, ult there. Nocturne got pushed all the way to the freaking middle of the lane, like Riverside, as Echo's going to try and deal damage onto Echo onto that tower and onto the Syndra in return. And Tristana's going to be able to take this one down and hook onto Gnar in mini form, but Zac's going to jump over everyone. That's not going to matter. Let's see. Gnar is going to drop here on the side of Jin. Maokai is going to be trying to do the tree in the damage and the shield for his teammates, but it looks like we're going to be having Outbreak take the first inhibitor of the game. Here comes the Jin ult here and disengage as Maokai, you got to go back to base and heal eventually, but no, not in time, as the tower and bot lane had dropped thanks to basically just minions and Echo before that team fight broke out, and that's going to be the second inhibitor taken down by Outbreak, and with 21 to 15 in kills, they are up 11.5k in gold. That's pretty much just going to be able to wrap stuff up. They're going to go back for their final purchases. I expect to see some pots maybe, finishing an item or two, getting another piece of an item. That's going to be more impactful for this final push in top lane and in the game. I doubt that they set up for Dragon. It's an Ocean Drake. I doubt they set up for Ocean Drake. I bet they just go straight to pushing. As we see Janna up here getting some CS and practice in. Here we go. Let's go, Janna. Oh, pretty tornado, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty tornado. I mean, with that long-range engage from Zac and the items completed on the Tristana and the rest of the team here, doesn't particularly matter as we'll see Bryan Cranston is going to be spotted out. Pink wards come through. Nocturne going to go in. There is no Janna there, but just in time as, jeez, barely. We are literally talking. Nice hook on Blitzcrank, but that's Gnar in mega form. This is not really the person who you want. Zac going to jump in, and here comes three people back into the team, and down goes one, down goes two. Echoes in the backline, taking out Jin and Syndra. Oh, that return damage. Nice, impressive. Jin trying to heal up and run away, but final crit in on that. Gnar, Echo finishing it off, and this is going to be the end. 2-0 on the side of Outbreak as they look to get a 1 or 2 seed going into playoffs. Should be exciting to watch them coming up. I know they got some more matches this weekend. A little bit rough for Black, who are hoping to pull out a tie in this game to try and get a playoff spot at all, maybe coming into the 6th seed. So let's quick check out the stats here. Really strong performance once again by Gnar up in the top lane, really crushing it on the Maokai. He's like in game 1 he got some practice. Game 2 is able to step it up. I'm actually going to say the Janna shields and ults against the Nocturne ult were super impactful on whatever engage came out in on the side of the Nocturne. So that Janna ult and shields almost the MVP, as we saw Nocturne nearly able to take out Tristana multiple times using that ult. In that early game skirmish where Outbreak really came out ahead and they had the better team fight, scaling comp, they didn't need to get picks, they just kind of were able to pressure it and keep it in. They didn't play it as neat and tight as I would have liked to see. That's personal preference, but they definitely got the job well done and take home the victory here. And we'll touch base one more on. We'll do vision here. Vision placed and destroyed. So let's see here. Let's get one of these people up here. Anyone from Outbreak want to join me in the caster room? I don't know how to drag people. Discord, terrible at it.
What's going on?
What's up? Who we got joining me today? Sorry.
This is top laner.
Okay,
Speed.
Speed. Or in this game, you mad bro or
Yeah, it's you mad dude, but it's close enough. Bro, dude.
dude? What's
Fine.
so? Congratulations on the 2-0 victory here.
Thank you.
Pretty impressive play. The Gnar versus Maokai matchup. You got a Flame Horizon in this game, 241 to 140, and in game one, almost as impressive and just crushing the lane.
Game one was a little rough. We found out in Champ Select that our support doesn't have mid laners, and so we literally picked Cassie last second. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Well, it looked well planned. It looked fairly decent. The Evelyn. Talk about real quick about the Evelyn and how she was starting the snowball things and how you guys turned it around.
We knew it was going to be annoying. We said it was going to be really, really annoying, and it was really annoying. But I mentioned it was really annoying, and then we just decided we needed a team fight. We knew it was going to fall off. They played a lot of the same thing with the Nocturne game too. They played early game, so all we needed to do was let the game go for a little bit, team fight, and we would win.
Well, in game one, they were up about 3K when you guys had taken the second Infernal Drake. Do you think that was just an oversight, or did you guys just get lucky in the fact that whenever Evelyn was killing your teammates, your other teammates were able to take yet another Fire Drake?
We try and set it up like that. Like one person will push when the jungler's down bottom, and I mean if he's gonna kill me top, then and we got a free dragon, we're gonna take it. Just so happens they were all infernals. But I mean we were down 3K, and we were still pretty confident we were gonna win when we got to the team fight portion of the game.
Yeah,
just because our team fight was nice.
Yeah, your team fight was nice. Now you did have one team fight where this is where I think it was impactful from the spectator's point of view. You had a interesting Gnar teleport flash, miss everything, engage. Sejuani missed, I think, almost everything. Finally got onto the Draven, but no damage dealers were following up, and the enemy team had slight item advantages. But those 3 Fire Drakes just absolutely annihilated them.
Yeah, we were pretty. After we got the 3 Infernals, we were pretty let's just fight them. We were pretty confident we could beat them in a fight, even if we were struggling.
So, talk us a little bit through game 2. Was it same plan?
Yeah, I mean we had a mid laner, so it was pretty nice. But we just played the same thing. The Nocturne's going to be really annoying, and then just the Nocturne was one shot in the AD carry for a little bit, so we decided to get, once we started keeping the Nocturne off of Tristana, and once the burst from a Nocturne was gone, we could just turn the fight around. They didn't have the damage after that to fight us. Yep. So we would just take it. Janna would keep the rest of the team away. We'd kill a Nocturne, and then we'd move on, and then slowly snowballed it.
Those Janna ults very impactful in keeping that Tristana alive.
They were all right. They weren't solid C-, but you know.
Well, Nocturne wasn't able to kill Tristana more than once, so every time Nocturne engaged in, Janna was right there to prevent that death. I'd say that's pretty impactful.
Yeah.
Finishing this week, I mean, this was one of the teams tied for the bottom of the league, so this was kind of an expected result from the standings point of view, you guys do have a few matches left to go this weekend. If I'm not mistaken, you have a match on Sunday, and 2 matches on Sunday.
Yep, back to back on Sunday.
Back to back on Sunday, and those could really be setting up for the top of the ladder here. With you are going up against Glacier Uprising, and then Team Spank Bank, who also has a match against Yeet Street left to play, and the team we just watched also has a match against Yeet Street. So the top of the ladder looking very competitive going into the playoffs. That being said, what do you predict? Who do you predict is the team between the two A2O teams, Black and White, and Astoria, who still has a chance to fall out, but I think they'll be able to stay in? Which team do you think is not going to make the playoffs?
So I'm pretty sure Astoria still plays Black, right? Astoria, did I already play Black? Astoria already played Black. Black 2-0 to Astoria. But Black still plays Blue, that's what it is. And Astoria plays
White.
White. So I think White can 2-0 Astoria. And I think Black can 2-0 Blue. But Black still has a game against East Street too. So Black has like one more chance to get out. I honestly think that Astoria is going to fall off, and I think White can 2-0 them and take it, and then Black can 2-0 Blue and take it, and Astoria will be the one that not make it. So that's my personal opinion.
Mm-hmm. Well,
And
this
then,
week,
and then I think it's going to be us and Yeet at the top.
should be pretty entertaining weekend coming up. As you guys looked at anything from the World's play-ins to learn?
Cloud9, 7-0. My team, the Hong Kong team, didn't make it. Broke my heart.
That they did not. Anything in particular, just other than Cloud9 looking like a very dominant performance over some wildcard regions?
I don't know. What group did they get put in? Did they do groups for that yet?
Yeah, they did. That was earlier today. They are in Group A with SKT, HQ, and EDG.
Yeah, they're fucked. I think TSM is going to come out of groups. I think C9's fucked. I think Immortals is fucked.
Immortals got Fnatic.
Yeah, they're done. I think the only NA team that's going to come out of World's groups is TSM.
So you say Fnatic and Longzhu then out of Group B?
Yeah. But we ain't worried about Worlds right now. We got Prophecy Cup. I'm worried about Prophecy Cup. We got to win Prophecy Cup.
Well, I don't want to, spoil too much of the action coming up this weekend. So.
Oh, I'll spoil it. Outbreak, #1, going into the playoffs. Spoil it right now. Live it. Love it. Enjoy it.
Well, you did 2-0 Yeet Street last week, so let's we'll keep on the rolling. So real quick, for our viewers and listeners, we have, like I said, multiple matches coming up. Tomorrow we have Black versus Yeet Street on Saturday. Sunday is super action-packed with matches between, let's see here, Black versus Blues on Sunday, Astoria versus Whites on Sunday, Outbreaks 2 matches, one versus Glacial Uprising, the other versus TSB is also on Sunday, and then we have the final match of the regular season, which might determine a top 2 seed Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, Yeet Street versus Team Spank Bank for the final match. So definitely keep your eyes and ears paid attention to the Discord and the general announcements coming across, and come out and support your fellow teammates, or maybe you need one team to win so your team gets the better seed.
Yeah, no, I think we'll be all right. We got 3 points to play with, and I think Glacial's got only 1 game left too, so they're kind of out of it. As long as we can split and not get to it by them, and then which I'm pretty confident, because Yeet Street was pretty dominant in that game, and then we'll see what happens with Spank Bank. Got to keep Ropey on the ropes. That's what you got to do. So we'll see if we can do that.
Okay, well, I want to thank you, Speed, and we will be sending it off for the night. And once again, everyone, look out for the more playoff or end of the season matches for playoff rankings later this week.